11:42 p.m. A phone vibrates in the dark. 10-year-old Sky's hands shake as she types to a wrong number. "He's beating my mama." She hits send. Waits. Nothing. Beyond her bedroom door, glass shatters. Her mama screams. Then silence. Sky's about to give up when the phone lights up. Who is this? Across the city, a billionaire stares at his screen. He should ignore it. He doesn't. "I'm on my way." One text. 2 strangers. A night that changes everything. Before we continue, subscribe to this channel right now and drop a comment telling me, would you have the courage to expose the truth if it meant destroying everything? Because what happens next will make you question how far people will go to protect their secrets. Let me take you back to the moment this nightmare began. The phone lights up at 11:42 p.m. Sky's hands shake as she holds it. She's 6 years old. Her feet dangle off the bed because they don't reach the floor yet. The room is dark except for the screen glow washing over her face. She's been sitting like this for 20 minutes, listening. Her mama's voice came through the wall earlier. It sounded wrong. Broken. Like when you try to talk but can't catch your breath. Sky heard the man yelling. Heard things falling. Heard her mama say, "Please," 3 times in a row, quieter each time. Now it's quiet. The kind of quiet that makes your stomach hurt. Sky unlocks the phone. Her thumbs hover over the keyboard. She's not supposed to have this phone. Her mama gave it to her last week and said, "Just in case." She didn't say, in case of what. Sky types fast before she loses the courage. "He's beating my mama." She hits send. The message goes through and she stares at it, breathing hard. Her chest feels tight like when she runs too fast at recess. From the other room, something crashes. Her mama cries out. The sound cuts off sharp. Sky's whole body goes stiff. She types again, fingers clumsy now. "Paul's help." Her heart pounds in her ears. She counts to 10. Nothing happens. No reply. No sound except her own breathing. Maybe she sent it to nobody. Maybe the phone doesn't even work. Maybe grown-ups don't answer messages from kids. She pulls her knees to her chest and rocks once, then stops. Rocking makes the bed creak. Creaking makes noise. Noise is bad. Across the city, a man sits alone in an office. The lights are off. The city spreads out below him through the window, all glowing and alive. His phone buzzes on the desk. He glances at it, doesn't recognize the number, almost ignores it. Then he picks it up, reads the messages. His jaw tightens. He reads them again. He sets the phone down slowly and stands, walks to the window, looks out at the city like he's seeing it differently now. Behind him, his phone buzzes again. Sky squeezes her eyes shut. Her teacher taught her to count breaths when she's scared. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 1, 2, 3. The door handle to her room turns. Slow. Testing. Sky's eyes snap open. She slides off the bed onto the floor as quietly as she can. Her nightgown catches under her knee. She tugs it free and presses her back against the wall. The handle stops moving. She stares at her phone, willing it to light up. Willing someone, anyone, to say something back. The screen stays dark. Her throat feels tight. Her eyes burn, but she doesn't let herself cry. Crying makes noise. The phone stays dark. Sky sits on the floor, knees pulled tight. Her fingers hurt from gripping the phone too hard, but she can't make herself let go. She counts seconds in her head. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. Nothing. Her chest starts to feel heavy, like something's sitting on it. She unlocks the phone and stares at the messages she sent. They're still there. Still read. Still unanswered. Maybe nobody cares. Maybe she typed the wrong number. Maybe this is just what happens, and nobody comes. From the living room, footsteps move across the floor. Heavy. Uneven. Then they stop. Sky holds her breath. A man laughs. Not a happy laugh. The kind that makes your skin feel cold. Her stomach twists. She presses her ear against the wall, listening so hard it makes her head hurt. Her mama isn't making any sounds now. That's worse than the yelling. At least yelling means she's still there. Sky's hands shake as she types again. He's gonna kill her. She hits send and immediately wishes she could take it back. The words look too big, too real. Like saying them out loud makes them more true. The screen stays empty. Across the city, the man picks up his phone. He reads the new message and his face changes. Not angry, not shocked, just focused. He reads it again. Then he checks the number. No name, no history, nothing that tells him who this is or why they chose him. He stands and walks to the window. The city looks calm from up here, organized, like nothing bad is happening anywhere. His phone buzzes in his hand. Sky's breath comes fast now, too fast. Her teacher's voice plays in her head. In through your nose, out through your mouth, slow down, calm down. But she can't. The door handle turns again. This time it doesn't stop. It keeps turning, testing the lock. Sky scrambles backward until she hits the corner. She pulls the blanket over her legs like it might make her invisible. The handle stops. Everything goes quiet. Then her phone lights up. Her heart jumps so hard she almost drops it. Who is this? 2 words. That's all. But there's something. There's someone. Her fingers fly across the keyboard before her brain catches up. Please don't tell him. She sends it, and panic floods through her immediately after. What if this person knows him? What if she just made everything worse? What if she just told the wrong person everything? The footsteps in the hallway move closer. Sky clamps her hand over her mouth. Her breathing sounds too loud. Everything sounds too loud. The phone buzzes again. Are you safe right now? She stares at the question. Safe feels like a word from a different house, a different life. She looks at the door. At the thin lock, she turned herself. I locked it. That's the best she can do. The phone goes quiet again. Sky closes her eyes and counts. Tries to believe somebody's reading her words. Tries to believe it matters. The door handle turns harder now. Sky presses herself into the corner, making herself as small as possible. Her whole body goes tight. She can hear him breathing on the other side. Slow, angry. Her phone stays silent in her lap. She unlocks it with shaking fingers and stares at the last message she sent. I locked it. 3 words that suddenly feel stupid. Locks don't stop anything. Locks are just metal that bends. The handle stops turning. Footsteps move away. Sky doesn't feel relief. She feels worse, because now she doesn't know where he is. Her phone buzzes. She jumps so hard her elbow hits the wall. Where are you? Her throat goes tight. She doesn't know how to answer. She's never learned her address. Nobody ever taught her that. She looks around the room like the walls might tell her. Blue paint, a window with tape on the corner, the smell of something cooking from downstairs. She types slowly. Blue building, then adds, by the old tire place. She sends it and waits. Her heart pounds against her ribs like it's trying to get out. Across the city, the man reads the messages. He picks up a second phone and makes a call. Doesn't say hello, just talks. Trace this number. He hangs up before anyone responds. Sky's phone lights up again. Stay away from the door. She nods even though nobody can see her. She crawls further into the corner, dragging the blanket with her. The carpet scratches her knees, but she doesn't care. From somewhere in the apartment, her mama makes a sound. Not words, just a small, broken noise that makes Sky's eyes burn. She types fast. Is she gonna die? Her finger hovers over send. She's afraid of the answer, afraid of what it means if she asks, afraid of what it means if she doesn't. She sends it. The reply comes faster than she expects. No. 1 word. Flat. Sure. Sky reads it 3 times. She wants to believe it so badly her chest aches. Another sound from the living room, something scraping. Her mama's voice, quiet and pleading. Sky types again, hands shaking worse now. He's gonna hurt her again. She doesn't phrase it like a question because it's not one. She knows what's coming. She's heard it before. The phone buzzes immediately. How long until he finds you? Sky looks at the door, at the lock that's just a small button on the handle, at the thin wood that's already cracked near the bottom. She types the truth. I don't know, then adds, not long. She pulls her knees tighter and buries her face in them. The phone stays clutched in her hand, the only solid thing left. Across the city, the man stands. He doesn't grab his jacket, doesn't turn off the lights, just walks to the elevator and presses the button. The doors close behind him. Sky lifts her head and stares at the phone. It stays quiet for 10 seconds. 20. 30. Then it lights up one more time. I'm on my way. 4 words. Sky reads them until they blur. She whispers them out loud to make them more real. On my way. Sky stares at the message until her eyes hurt. I'm on my way. She doesn't know what that means. On the way from where? How far? How long? Her fingers move before she can stop them. How long? She sends it and waits. The phone stays dark. No reply. Her stomach drops. Maybe he changed his mind. Maybe he realized this isn't his problem. Maybe he's not actually coming. The door handle shakes hard. Sky's breath catches. She presses both hands over her mouth to keep any sound from escaping. A fist hits the door. Not hard enough to break it, just hard enough to promise. Her whole body flinches. The phone almost slips from her lap, but she catches it. She types without looking at the screen. Hez outside. Her thumb hits send. She pulls the blanket over her head like it might make the world disappear. Another bang on the door. Harder this time. The frame rattles. Dust falls from somewhere above her. Sky squeezes her eyes shut and counts. 1, 2, 3. Her teacher's voice in her head. Breathe in. Breathe out. Stay calm. But she can't stay calm. Her heart won't slow down. Her hands won't stop shaking. The phone buzzes under the blanket. She yanks it out and reads. Don't open it, no matter what he says. Sky types back fast. I won't. She means it. She'll sit here all night if she has to. She'll sit here forever. Outside the door, footsteps move back and forth. Pacing. The man mutters something low and angry. Words Sky can't make out. Then he kicks the door. The sound explodes through the room. Sky bites down on her hand to keep from making noise. Tears push at her eyes, but she doesn't let them fall. Her phone lights up again. Talk to me. Tell me something. Sky blinks at the screen. She doesn't understand what he wants. Her brain feels too crowded to think straight. She types the first thing that comes. I'm scared. The reply is instant. I know. 2 words. That's all. But something about them makes her breathe a little easier. She types again. What if you don't come in time? The phone goes quiet. 5 seconds. 10. 15. Sky's chest tightens. She shouldn't have asked. She shouldn't have said it out loud. Then the phone buzzes. I will. She reads it twice. Wants to believe it. Needs to believe it. Another kick at the door. This one makes the whole frame shake. The lock holds, but barely. Sky types with both thumbs now, faster. What if the lock breaks? The response comes before she can spiral. It won't. She doesn't know how he can promise that. Doesn't know how he knows. But she holds on to the words anyway. Okay. She sends it and pulls the blanket tighter. Her whole body aches from sitting so tense for so long. Outside, the man stops kicking. The silence feels worse. Sky listens hard, trying to track where he is. Her phone buzzes. Still with me? Her throat feels thick. She types back. Yes. Another message comes right after. Good. Keep talking. Sky stares at the words. She doesn't know what to say. Her mind is empty except for fear. She types the only thing she can think of. My mama stopped making sounds. Her finger hovers over send. She's afraid to make it real. Afraid of what it means. She sends it anyway. The phone stays quiet for longer this time. Sky's heart sinks. Then it buzzes. She's still there, I promise. Sky nods in the dark, tears finally spilling over. Sky wipes her eyes with the back of her hand. The tears won't stop, but she keeps wiping them anyway. Her phone buzzes again. What's your name? She stares at the question. Nobody's asked her that tonight. Nobody's treated her like a person instead of just a problem. She types slowly. Sky. The reply comes fast. That's a good name. Something loosens in her chest. Just a little. Just enough to breathe. She types back before she can think too hard about it. What's yours? The phone goes quiet. She waits. Counts to 20 in her head. Then it lights up. Doesn't matter right now. Sky reads it and feels something shift. He didn't ignore her. He just didn't answer. There's a difference. Outside her door, footsteps start moving again. Slower this time. Heavier. She types quick. Hes back. The response is instant. I know. 5 more minutes. 5 minutes feels like forever. Sky looks at the door. At the lock that's barely holding. At the crack near the bottom that's getting bigger. She types with shaking hands. I don't have 5 minutes. The phone buzzes before she can spiral. Yes, you do. She wants to argue, wants to say he doesn't understand. But something in those 3 words stops her. She types instead. How do you know? The reply takes longer this time. Because you're still texting me. Sky reads it twice, then 3 times. Her brain tries to make sense of it. As long as she's texting, she's safe. As long as she's holding the phone, she's still here. She types back. Okay. Another bang on the door. Sky flinches but doesn't scream. She's getting used to the sound. That scares her more than anything. Her fingers move across the screen. He keeps hitting it. The response comes immediately. Let him. It's just noise. Just noise. Sky repeats it in her head. Just noise. Not the end. Not yet. She types again, needing to keep the conversation going. Needing to not be alone. My mama gave me this phone last week. The reply is fast. Smart mama. Sky's throat tightens. She types through the blur. She said just in case. Another message appears. She knew you'd be brave enough to use it. Brave? Sky's never thought of herself that way. She doesn't feel brave. She feels small and scared and like everything's breaking. She types back. I'm not brave. The phone buzzes hard. You texted a stranger for help. That's the bravest thing I've seen all year. Sky reads it until the words sink in. Her chest feels tight but different now. Not from fear, from something else she can't name. Outside, the man's voice rises. He's yelling at someone. Maybe her mama, maybe himself. Sky types fast. Has yelling again. The response is calm, steady. 2 more minutes. 2 minutes. She can do 2 minutes. She's already done this long. She types back. What happens when you get here? The phone stays dark for a few seconds. Then it lights up. Everything changes. Sky stares at those 2 words. She doesn't know what they mean, but they feel big. Important. She types one more thing. Promise? The reply comes instantly. Promise. Sky pulls the phone to her chest and closes her eyes. She counts backwards from 100. 99, 98, 97. Somewhere outside, an engine sound grows closer. Sky's counting stops at 73. She hears something outside. Not in the apartment. Outside the building. Her phone buzzes. Open your window. Not the door. Just the window. She crawls to the window on her hands and knees, keeping low. Her fingers fumble with the latch. It's stuck. She pulls harder. It finally gives. Cold air rushes in. Rain smell. Metal smell. Street smell. She peers through the gap in the curtain. Below, dark cars pull up. No flashing lights, no sirens, just quiet movement. Her heart pounds harder, but different now. Not from fear, from something else. Men step out of the cars. They don't run, don't shout, just move like they already know exactly where they're going. Sky's phone lights up. "Do you see them?" She types back fast. "Yes," another message. "Stay at the window, stay quiet." She nods even though he can't see her. She presses herself against the wall next to the window and watches. Inside the apartment, something changes. The air feels different, tighter. The man outside her door stops pacing. His footsteps pause, then start again. Faster now. Confused, Sky hears her mama's voice. Quiet, shaking. What's happening? The man doesn't answer her. Sky's phone buzzes. 30 seconds. Her hands shake so hard she almost drops it. She types back. "Then what?" The response comes instantly. "Then you're safe." Safe. The word feels impossible, like something from a different world. Footsteps move through the hallway outside. Different footsteps. Not angry, not stumbling, controlled. A knock on the apartment door. 3 times. Calm, steady. The man's voice rises. Angry, defensive. "Who is that?" Nobody answers him. Another knock. Same rhythm. Patient. Sky holds her breath. She presses her ear against her bedroom door, listening to everything happening on the other side. The apartment door opens. A voice speaks. Deep, calm, not loud, but somehow it fills every space. "Step back," the man argues. His words slur together. Defensive, scared now. "This is my house. You can't." "Step back." The same 2 words, same tone, like there's no other option. Sky's phone lights up. "Close your eyes." She doesn't understand, but she obeys. Squeezes them shut tight. She hears movement. Voices. Her mama crying, but different now. Not from pain, from relief. Footsteps move past her door. The man's voice gets farther away, then disappears completely. Sky opens her eyes. Her phone buzzes. It's over. 2 words. She reads them 5 times before they feel real. She types back with shaking fingers. "Is my mama okay?" The phone stays dark for 3 seconds that feel like hours. Then it lights up. "She's okay. You can open your door now." Sky stares at the message. Her hand reaches for the lock but stops halfway. What if it's a trick? What if she opens it and he's still there? Her phone buzzes again. "I promise, it's safe." She takes a breath, turns the lock. The click sounds too loud. She opens the door slowly, just a crack at first. The hallway is empty. The apartment is quiet except for soft crying from the living room. Sky pushes the door open wider and steps out. Her legs shake. She holds the phone like it's the only thing keeping her upright. She walks slowly toward the living room. Each step feels too big. She turns the corner. Her mama sits on the couch, wrapped in a blanket. Her face is red and swollen, but she's there. She's alive. She sees Sky and her whole face breaks. "Baby!" Sky runs. The phone falls from her hand onto the carpet. She doesn't care. She climbs into her mama's lap and holds on tight. Her mama holds her back, crying into her hair. "You're okay. You're okay." Sky nods against her shoulder, tears soaking into the blanket. They sit like that for a long time. Neither of them talks. They just hold on. Sky's mama smooths her hair down over and over like she needs to make sure she's real. Her hands shake every time. "How did they know?" Her mama whispers finally. "How did anyone know to come?" Sky pulls back just enough to look at her. Her mama's eye is swollen. Her lip is split. But she's looking at Sky like she's the only thing in the world that matters. Sky points at the phone on the floor. "I texted someone." Her mama stares at the phone, then at Sky. Her face changes. "Who?" Sky shakes her head. "I don't know." Her mama picks up the phone with trembling fingers. The screen is cracked now from the fall, but it still works. She scrolls through the messages, reading each one. Her hand covers her mouth. Tears spill over. Baby, you... Her voice breaks. She can't finish. Sky watches her mama cry and doesn't know what to say. She did what she had to do. That's all. Her mama pulls her close, again holding tighter this time. You saved us. Sky doesn't feel like she saved anything. She feels tired. Her whole body aches like she's been running for hours. The phone buzzes in her mama's hand. They both freeze. Her mama unlocks it and reads the message out loud. Is she with you? Sky's chest tightens. She nods even though he can't see her. Her mama types back slowly. Yes, she's here. She's safe. The reply comes fast. Good. One word, that's all. But somehow it feels like more. Her mama stares at the screen for a long moment. Then she types again, fingers shaking. Thank you. The phone stays dark. 10 seconds. 20. 30. Sky wonders if he's gone. If this is where it ends. Then it buzzes. She's the one who did it, not me. Her mama reads it twice. Her face crumples and she starts crying harder. She shows Sky the screen. Sky reads the words and feels something warm spread through her chest. Something she can't name. Her mama types back. Who are you? The response takes longer this time. Someone who answered. Real talk. How many of us would actually answer a text like that? Drop a comment. Would you have answered? Be honest. And if this story is making you believe in humanity again, subscribe. Because what Sky does with this second chance, that's the part that'll wreck you in the best way. Her mama lets out a shaky breath. She wipes her eyes and types again. Can we meet you? Can we thank you properly? The phone stays quiet. Sky watches the screen, waiting. She realizes she wants to know too. She wants to see the person behind the words, the person who believed her when she needed it most. The phone buzzes. You don't need to thank me, just keep her safe. Her mama's face does something complicated. She types back fast. I will. I promise I will. Another message appears. I know you will. Then one more. Take care of each other. The phone goes dark after that. No more messages. No more buzzing. Her mama waits for another one, but nothing comes. She sets the phone down on the couch and pulls Sky back into her arms. We're going to be okay, she whispers into Sky's hair. We're going to be okay now. Sky nods. She believes it this time. They sit together in the quiet apartment. Outside, the city keeps moving. Cars pass. People live their lives. Everything continues like nothing happened. But something did happen. Everything changed. Sky's eyes feel heavy. She hasn't slept all night. Her body finally realizes it's safe enough to stop fighting. Mama? Yeah, baby? Can I sleep now? Her mama's arms tighten around her. Yeah, you can sleep now. Sky closes her eyes right there on the couch, her head on her mama's shoulder. Her mama's heartbeat is steady under her ear, alive, there, real. For the first time all night, Sky feels the fear finally start to let go. Sky wakes up in her own bed. Sunlight comes through the window. She doesn't remember how she got here. She sits up fast, heart pounding. For a second she thinks maybe it was all a dream. Maybe none of it happened. Then she hears her mama in the kitchen, humming. Quiet and shaky, but there. Sky gets out of bed and walks to the doorway. Her legs feel wobbly. Her mama stands at the stove making eggs. She moves slow, careful. When she turns around, Sky sees her face in the daylight. The swelling is worse now, purple and yellow. Her lip is crusted over, but she smiles when she sees Sky. Morning, baby. Sky walks over and wraps her arms around her mama's waist. She holds on tight. Her mama sets down the spatula and hugs her back. You hungry? Sky shakes her head against her mama's side. No. They stand like that while the eggs cook. Neither of them mentions last night. It sits between them anyway, huge and heavy. Finally, her mama speaks. I called your brother's foster home this morning. Sky pulls back and looks up at her. Is he okay? He's fine. He wants to talk to you later. Sky nods. Her little brother is only 4. He doesn't understand why he can't live with them. Sky barely understands it herself. Her mama turns off the stove and sits down at the table. She pats the chair next to her. Sky climbs up and sits. We need to talk about what you did, her mama says quietly. Sky's stomach drops. She looks down at her hands. Am I in trouble? No. Her mama's voice breaks. No, baby. You're not in trouble. She reaches over and lifts Sky's chin so they're looking at each other. You saved my life. The words hang in the air between them. Sky's eyes burn. I was scared you were gonna die. Her mama's face crumples. She pulls Sky into her lap even though Sky's getting too big for that. I was scared too. They sit like that while the eggs get cold on the stove. Her mama rocks her gently, the way she used to when Sky was little. Pause for just a second. If this moment right here, a mama and daughter finally safe, if that hits you in the chest, leave a comment telling me what you're feeling. One word is enough. And subscribe because this story gets even more powerful. You won't want to miss what happens next. Where did he go? Sky asks finally. Her mama is quiet for a moment. Away. He's not coming back. How do you know? Because the people who came last night made sure of it. Sky thinks about the men she saw from the window, the calm way they moved, the voice that said, step back, like there was no other choice. Who were they? Her mama shakes her head. I don't know, but whoever that person was you texted, they sent the right people. Sky reaches for the phone on the table. It's still cracked, but it turns on. She scrolls to the messages, reads them again. I want to say thank you, she says quietly. Her mama nods. Me too. Sky's fingers hover over the keyboard. She types slowly. Are you still there? She sends it and waits. The phone stays dark. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, nothing. Her mama squeezes her shoulder. Maybe he doesn't need to hear it. Maybe he just needed to know you're safe. Sky stares at the screen. She wants more than this. She wants answers. She wants to understand. But maybe her mama's right. She sets the phone down and leans back into her mama's arms. What happens now? She asks. Her mama takes a deep breath. Now we figure out how to be okay. Sky nods slowly. Can we really be okay? Her mama's arms tighten around her. Yeah, baby, I think we can. 3 days pass. Sky carries the phone everywhere. In her pocket at school, on the nightstand while she sleeps, in her hand while she eats breakfast. Her mama notices but doesn't say anything. On the 4th day, Sky sits on her bed after school and opens the messages again. She reads them from the beginning. Every single one. Her finger hovers over the keyboard. She types. I keep thinking about that night. She almost deletes it. Almost talks herself out of sending it. Then she hits send. The phone stays dark. She waits 5 minutes, then puts it down and does her homework. When she checks again an hour later, still nothing. At dinner, her mama asks about school. Sky answers, but her mind is somewhere else. You keep checking that phone, her mama says gently. Sky looks up. I just wanted to tell him something. Tell him what? Sky thinks about it. She's not even sure herself. That I'm okay now. That we're okay. Her mama reaches across the table and squeezes her hand. Maybe that's exactly what he needs to hear. That night, Sky tries again. My mama's eye is getting better. The purple is turning yellow now. She sends it, watches the screen. Nothing. She tries one more time. My little brother comes home next week for a visit. Send. Wait. Nothing. She sets the phone on the nightstand and turns off the light. Maybe he's gone. Maybe that number doesn't even work anymore. Maybe he only answered because it was an emergency and now there's no reason to answer. She closes her eyes and tries to sleep. At 2:47 a.m., her phone buzzes. Sky's eyes snap open. She grabs it so fast she almost knocks over her water glass. "I'm glad you're okay." 5 words. She reads them over and over until they blur. Her hands shake as she types back. "I thought you weren't going to answer anymore." The reply comes faster this time. "I wanted to give you space." Sky doesn't understand that, but she doesn't care. He's there. He's real. He didn't disappear. She types quickly. "I need to ask you something." The phone goes quiet for a moment. Then, "Okay." Sky takes a breath. Types the question that's been sitting in her chest for 4 days. "Why did you help me?" The phone stays dark for so long she thinks maybe he changed his mind. Maybe he's not going to answer this one. Then it buzzes. "Because you asked." Sky stares at the words. That can't be the whole answer. It can't be. That simple, she types back. "But you don't even know me." His response comes immediately. "I didn't need to." Tears push at Sky's eyes. She wipes them away and types again. "What if I texted someone else? What if they didn't answer?" The phone stays quiet for 10 seconds. Then, "But you didn't." "And I did." Sky reads it 3 times. Her chest feels tight. She types the only thing she can think to say. "Thank you." The response comes fast. "You already thanked me." "I know, but I need to say it again." Another pause. Then, "You're welcome." Sky wipes her eyes again. She wants to keep talking. Wants to ask 100 more questions. But she doesn't know what else to say. She types, "Can I text you again sometime?" The phone goes dark. She waits, heart pounding. Finally it lights up. "If you need to." Not yes. Not no. Just if you need to. Sky nods in the dark. "Okay." One more message appears. "Go back to sleep, Sky." She smiles, types back, "Okay." She sets the phone down but keeps it close. Her eyes feel heavy now. The kind of tired that feels safe. She falls asleep holding on to the fact that he answered, that he's still there, that she's not alone. 2 weeks later, Sky's little brother comes home. His name is Marcus. He's 4 years old and he doesn't remember much about that night. He wasn't there. Their mama made sure of that. He runs through the apartment like he owns it, touching everything, talking nonstop. "Is this my room still? Can I sleep in the big bed? Where's my race car?" Sky watches him from the couch. Her chest feels full in a way she can't explain. Her mama laughs for the first time in weeks. Really laughs. The sound makes Sky's eyes sting. That night, Marcus falls asleep between them on the couch. Sky's mama strokes his hair and looks at Sky. "This is what we're fighting for," she whispers. "This right here." Sky nods. She gets it now. Later, after her mama carries Marcus to bed, Sky picks up the phone. She hasn't texted in 5 days. She's been trying not to bother him, trying to be okay on her own. But tonight feels different. Tonight feels like something worth sharing. She types, "My brother came home today." She sends it before she can overthink it. The reply comes 10 minutes later. "That's good news." Sky smiles. Types back. He doesn't stop talking. The response is fast. "That's what little brothers do." Sky stares at the message. Something about it feels personal. Like maybe he knows. She types, "Do you have a little brother?" The phone goes quiet. She waits, checks it 3 times in the next hour. Nothing. She's about to give up when it finally buzzes. "I did." 2 words. Past tense. Sky's stomach drops. She types carefully. "What happened?" The phone stays dark for a long time. Then, "I couldn't help him." Sky reads it over and over. Her throat gets tight. She understands now why he answered, why he came, why he didn't hesitate. Her fingers shake as she types. I'm sorry. The reply takes 3 minutes. Me too. Sky wipes her eyes. She wants to say more but doesn't know how. Doesn't know what words are big enough. She types, "Is that why you helped me?" Another long pause. Then, maybe. Just maybe. Not yes. Not no. Just maybe. Sky's chest aches. She types, "You saved us." The response comes faster this time. "You saved yourself." "I just showed up." Sky shakes her head even though he can't see her. She types, "No. You answered. That's what saved us." The phone goes quiet again. Then, "Go hug your brother for me." Sky's tears spill over. She types back, "Okay." She sets the phone down and walks to the bedroom. Marcus is sprawled across the bed, snoring softly. She climbs in next to him and wraps her arm around his little body. He mumbles something in his sleep and scoots closer. Sky holds him tight and thinks about another little boy, one who didn't get saved, one who didn't have someone answer. She closes her eyes and whispers into the dark, "Thank you." The next morning, there's a message waiting. "You're going to be okay, Sky. All of you." She reads it sitting at the kitchen table while her mama makes pancakes and Marcus builds a tower out of blocks. She types back, "I know," then adds, "Because of you." The reply is simple. Because of you. Sky stares at those 3 words. She doesn't argue this time, doesn't correct him. She just accepts it. Her mama sets a plate in front of her. Marcus steals a pancake off it and runs away laughing. Sky doesn't chase him. She just watches her family be alive and loud and messy. She picks up the phone one more time, types, "We're gonna be okay," sends it. The response comes immediately. I know. A month passes. Sky stops checking the phone every 5 minutes. She stops waiting for messages that might not come. She starts living again. School feels different now. She pays attention in class, raises her hand, smiles at other kids. Her teacher notices, pulls her aside one day after lunch. "You seem lighter," she says. "Whatever changed, I'm glad." Sky just nods. She doesn't know how to explain it. At home, her mama starts looking for a new job, a better one. Marcus visits every weekend now. The apartment fills with noise and life. One night, Sky's mama sits her down at the kitchen table. "I need to tell you something." Sky's stomach tightens. Those words never mean anything good. "What?" Her mama takes a breath. "We're moving." Sky stares at her. "Where?" "Across town. Near your brother's school, so he can come home for good." Sky's chest fills with something too big to name. She wants to cry and laugh at the same time. "Really?" Her mama nods, eyes wet. "Really?" They move 2 weeks later. The new apartment is smaller but brighter. It has 2 bedrooms. One for Sky and Marcus to share. One for their mama. No more blue walls, no more cracked window. No more smell of old cooking, oil. Sky unpacks her things slowly. When she finds the phone at the bottom of her backpack, she sits on her new bed and stares at it. She hasn't texted in 3 weeks. Hasn't needed to. But tonight feels important. Like something he should know. She types, "We moved." She sends it and waits. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. 15. Nothing. Her chest sinks. Maybe he's gone for real this time. Maybe the number doesn't work anymore. She sets the phone down and finishes unpacking. At midnight, it buzzes. She grabs it fast. "That's good. Fresh start." Relief floods through her. She types back quickly. "Marcus lives with us now." The reply comes faster. Even better. Sky smiles. Her fingers move across the screen. "I think we're going to be okay here." She sends it and pulls her knees to her chest. The phone buzzes. "You were always going to be okay." Sky reads it twice. Her throat gets tight. She types, "How did you know?" The response takes a minute. "Because you're stronger than you think." Sky wipes her eyes. Types back, "I didn't feel strong." Another message appears. "Nobody does. That's the point." She sits with that for a moment. lets it sink in. Then she types, "Did you ever feel strong?" The phone goes quiet. She waits, heart beating steady. Finally, it buzzes. "Not until I answered your message." Sky's breath catches. She reads it 3 times. She types slowly, "What do you mean?" His reply comes immediately. "You reminded me why I have what I have." She doesn't understand fully, but she feels the weight of it. She types, "Thank you for answering." The response is simple. "Thank you for asking." They don't text again for another week, but Sky keeps the phone charged, keeps it close, because some connections don't need constant words. Some connections just need to exist. Marcus runs into her room one morning, jumping on her bed. "Sky, Sky, Mama said we can get a dog." Sky laughs and pushes him off. He lands on the floor, giggling. Their mama appears in the doorway, shaking her head. "I said maybe we can get a dog? When we're settled?" Marcus jumps up. "That's basically yes." He runs out of the room, already planning names. Sky's mama sits on the edge of the bed. "You doing okay?" Sky nods. "Yeah, I'm good." Her mama studies her face. "You seem different, older somehow." Sky thinks about that night, about the phone, about the choice she made when everything was falling apart. "Maybe I am." Her mama pulls her into a hug. "You saved us, baby." You know that, right?" Sky hugs her back tight. "We saved each other." Her mama's arms squeeze tighter. "Yeah, we did." That night, Sky texts one more time. "I think I'm gonna be okay now. For real this time." The reply comes an hour later. "I know you will." Sky smiles and sets the phone down. 3 months go by. Sky turns 7. Her mama bakes a cake that leans to one side. Marcus eats 3 pieces and gets frosting in his hair. They laugh until their stomachs hurt. The phone stays in Sky's drawer now. She doesn't carry it everywhere anymore, doesn't check it every night, but she knows it's there. That's enough. One afternoon, her teacher assigns a project. "Write about someone who changed your life." The other kids groan. Sky just stares at the paper. That night, she pulls out the phone, scrolls through the old messages, reads them like a story about someone else. She starts writing. Not about him. About herself. About the night she made a choice. About the moment she decided to reach out instead of staying silent. She writes 3 pages. More than anyone else in class. When she's done, she picks up the phone and types, "I wrote about you today." She sends it. Doesn't expect a reply. But 20 minutes later, it buzzes. "What did you say?" Sky smiles. Types back, "That you taught me something." The response comes fast. "What did I teach you?" She thinks about it. About everything that happened. Everything that changed. She types slowly, that asking for help isn't weak. The phone goes quiet for a full minute. Then, "You taught me something too." Sky's heart speeds up. She types, "What?" Another pause. Then, "That answering matters." Sky reads it until the words blur. Her chest feels full. She types, "Can I ask you something?" "Go ahead." Her fingers hover over the keyboard. She's been wanting to ask this for months. "What's your name?" The phone stays dark. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3. She thinks maybe she pushed too far. Maybe some things are meant to stay unknown. Then it buzzes. Does it matter? Sky thinks about it. Really thinks. She types, "No, I guess it doesn't." The reply is instant. "Good answer." She smiles. Types again. "But I still want to know." A longer pause this time. Then, "Maybe someday." Sky accepts that. Types, "Okay." Another message appears. "How's your mama?" Sky looks toward the living room where her mama sits with Marcus, reading him a story. "She's good. She's really good." The response comes quickly. "And your brother?" "He's annoying, but good annoying." A new message pops up immediately. "That's the best kind." Sky laughs. She can almost hear him smiling through the screen. She types, "Do you ever think about that night?" The phone goes quiet again. Then, "Every day." Her throat tightens. She types, "Me too." His reply is simple. "Does it still scare you?" Sky thinks about it honestly, about the fear, about the door, about waiting in the dark. She types, "Sometimes, but not like before." What's different? She stares at the question, thinks hard about the answer. I know I'm not alone now. The phone stays dark for 30 seconds. Then, "You never were." Sky's eyes burn. She wipes them and types, "I know that now." Another message appears. That's all that matters. They don't text again that night, but Sky keeps the phone next to her bed. The next day, she turns in her project. Her teacher reads it and calls her to the desk after class. "This is beautiful, Sky. Very brave." Sky just nods. She doesn't feel brave. She just feels honest. That night, her mama tucks her in, sits on the edge of her bed. "Your teacher called me today." Sky's stomach tightens. "Am I in trouble?" "No, baby." Her mama smooths her hair. "She said you wrote something really special." Sky relaxes. "It was about that night." Her mama's hand stops moving. "What did you say?" "Just the truth. That someone helped us when we needed it." Her mama's eyes fill with tears. She pulls Sky into a hug. "I'm so proud of you." Sky hugs her back. "Mama?" "Yeah? Do you ever wonder who he was?" Her mama pulls back and looks at her. "Every single day." "Do you think we'll ever know?" Her mama is quiet for a moment. "I don't know. But maybe we don't need to." Sky thinks about that. Nods slowly. "Yeah, maybe we don't." 6 months after that night, Sky stops texting altogether. Not because she doesn't care, not because she forgot, but because she doesn't need to anymore. The phone stays in her drawer, charged and waiting, just in case. Life moves forward. Her mama gets promoted at work. Marcus starts kindergarten. They get a dog named Pepper who chews everything. Sky makes friends at school, real friends who invite her over and remember her birthday. Everything feels normal, the good kind of normal. One night she's doing homework at the kitchen table when her mama sits down across from her. "I need to tell you something." Sky looks up. "What?" Her mama takes a breath. "I got a letter today, from a lawyer." Sky's stomach drops. "Is he coming back?" "No." Her mama reaches across and squeezes her hand. "No, baby, he can't ever come back. That's what the letter said. It's official now." Sky's chest loosens. She didn't realize how tight it had been until just now. "So, we're really safe?" "We're really safe." That night, Sky pulls out the phone for the first time in weeks. She types, "It's official. He's not coming back." She sends it and sets the phone on her nightstand. She doesn't expect a reply. It's been so long. But at 11:43 p.m., exactly 1 year after the first message, the phone buzzes. Sky grabs it fast. "Good. That's how it should be." Her eyes well up. She types quickly, "I didn't think you'd answer." The reply comes immediately. "I always answer you." Sky wipes her eyes. Types, "Even after all this time?" "Especially after all this time." She smiles through her tears. Types, "Why?" The phone goes quiet. She waits, heart steady. Then it buzzes. Because some messages matter more than others. Sky reads it 3 times. Her fingers move across the screen. "You're the reason I'm okay." The response is fast. "No, you're the reason you're okay. I just picked up the phone." She shakes her head even though he can't see. Types, "That's everything though." A pause. Then, "Maybe." She smiles. Types again. "Do you think about that night? More than you know?" Her chest tightens. She types, "Do you wish I never texted?" The phone goes dark. 10 seconds. 20. 30. Her heart starts to race. Maybe she shouldn't have asked that. Then it buzzes. "That text changed my life." Sky stares at the words, reads them over and over. She types, "How?" Another pause. "It reminded me what matters." Sky's throat gets tight. She types, What matters? The reply comes fast. Showing up when someone needs you. She wipes her eyes again. Types. You did that. So did you. They text back and forth for an hour, the longest conversation they've ever had. She asks about his brother. He tells her just enough. Not everything, but enough. She tells him about school, about Marcus, about Pepper the dog who ate her homework once and her teacher didn't believe her. He types back, "That's actually impressive." She laughs out loud. Types, "Right?" Eventually, her mama knocks on the door. "It's late, baby. Time for bed." Sky types one more message. "I have to go." The reply is instant. "Sleep well, Sky?" She smiles. Types, "You too." Then adds, "Thank you. For everything." The phone buzzes one last time. "Thank you for being brave enough to ask." Sky sets the phone down and turns off the light. She falls asleep thinking about that night, about the choice she made, about how one message changed everything. The next morning, there's a new text waiting. "You're going to do amazing things." Sky reads it at breakfast. Her mama notices her smiling. "Good news?" Sky nods. "Yeah, really good news." She doesn't explain. Some things don't need explaining. She texts back, "So are you." The reply comes an hour later. "I already did. I answered your message." 1 year and 3 months after that night, Sky's class takes a field trip downtown. They visit the library, the museum. Then they walk past the tall buildings where people in suits rush by without looking up. Sky stops in front of one building, taller than the rest. Glass windows that reach the sky. Her teacher notices. "You okay, Sky?" Sky nods slowly. She doesn't know why, but something about this building feels familiar, like she's connected to it somehow. "I'm fine." They keep walking, but Sky looks back twice. That night, she texts him, "I think I saw your building today." The reply comes 10 minutes later. "What makes you think that?" She types, "I don't know. I just felt something." A pause, then, "What did you feel?" Sky thinks about it, about standing on the sidewalk looking up. She types, "Like you were close, even though you've always been far away." The phone stays quiet for a long time. Then, "Maybe I'm not as far as you think." Her heart speeds up. She types fast, "What does that mean?" Another long pause. "It means I've been watching out for you." Sky's chest tightens. She types, "How?" The response takes 3 minutes. "In ways you don't see." She doesn't understand, but she doesn't push. Some answers come when they're ready. She types, "Can I meet you someday?" The phone goes dark. 1 minute, 2, 5. She thinks maybe she scared him off. Maybe she asked too much. Then it buzzes. "Do you need to?" Sky reads the question over and over, thinks about what she really wants. She types, "I want to say thank you. In person." "You already have." "Not the same." Another pause. Then, "What would change if we met?" Sky stares at the question. She doesn't have a good answer. She types, "I don't know. Maybe nothing." "Then maybe we don't need to." Her eyes burn. She knows he's right, but it still hurts. She types, "I just want to know you're real." The reply is instant. "I'm real. You know that." "How?" "Because I'm texting you right now." Sky almost laughs. He's right. Of course he's right. She types, "Okay." Another message appears. "One day, when you're older, maybe things will be different." Her chest fills with hope. She types, "Promise?" A long pause. Then, "I don't make promises I can't keep." Sky accepts that. Types, "Okay, I'll wait." "Don't wait for me? Live your life?" She reads it twice. Types, "I am living. Because of you." The response comes fast. "No, because of you." They go back and forth like this for 20 minutes. Him insisting she saved herself. Her insisting he saved her. Finally he types, "We saved each other. Can we agree on that?" Sky smiles. Types, deal. That weekend, her mama takes her and Marcus to the park. They run through the grass, feed the ducks, eat ice cream that drips down their hands. Sky sits on the bench next to her mama and watches Marcus chase Pepper around the field. You seem happy, her mama says. Sky nods. I am. That makes me happy. They sit in comfortable silence for a while. Then Sky asks, Mama, do you ever want to meet him? Her mama knows exactly who she means. Sometimes, but then I think maybe it's better this way. Why? Her mama thinks about it. Because some people are meant to be angels, and angels don't need faces. Sky considers that. It makes sense in a way she can't explain. That night, she texts him what her mama said. His reply comes fast. Your mama is wise. Sky smiles. Types. I know. Another message appears. Tell her thank you for raising someone brave enough to ask for help. Sky's throat tightens. She shows her mama the message. Her mama reads it and tears spill over. Tell him thank you for being someone who answered. Sky types it word for word. The reply is simple. That's what we're supposed to do. Answer when someone calls. Sky reads it to her mama. They sit together on the couch, both crying, both grateful, both changed by a night that started with fear and ended with hope. 2 years pass. Sky is 9 now, taller, quieter in some ways, louder in others. She doesn't text him as much anymore, maybe once a month, sometimes less. But every message matters. Every reply comes eventually. One day at school, a new girl sits alone at lunch. She looks scared, small, like she's trying to disappear. Sky recognizes that look. She walks over and sits down. Hi, I'm Sky. The girl looks up, surprised. I'm Anna. They eat lunch together. Anna doesn't talk much, just picks at her food and stares at the table. Sky doesn't push. She just sits there, present. At the end of lunch, Anna whispers, "Thank you." Sky smiles. For what? For sitting with me. That night, Sky texts him. I think I understand now. The reply comes 20 minutes later. Understand what? She types. Why you answered. A pause. Then, tell me. Sky thinks carefully. Types slowly. Because you knew what it felt like to need someone. The phone stays quiet for 2 full minutes. Then, yes, just one word. But it feels like everything. She types, I helped someone today. How? I sat with her. Just sat. The reply is instant. That's more powerful than you know. Sky smiles. Types, I learned from the best. A pause. Then, no. You learned from yourself. She doesn't argue this time. Maybe they're both right. Weeks go by. Sky and Anna become friends. Real friends. One day Anna comes to school with a bruise on her arm. She says she fell, but her eyes say something different. Sky's stomach drops. She knows that look too. After school, she pulls Anna aside. Are you okay? Anna nods too fast. Yeah, I'm fine. Anna. The girl's face crumples. She shakes her head. I'm not fine. Sky's heart pounds. She takes Anna's hand. Do you need help? Anna nods, tears streaming down. I don't know what to do. Sky thinks fast. Remembers that night. Remembers the choice she made. Come with me. She takes Anna to the school counselor, sits with her while she talks, holds her hand while she cries. The counselor calls Anna's mom, then someone else. Things start moving fast. 2 hours later, Anna hugs Sky tight. Thank you. Sky hugs her back. You're brave. You asked for help. You made me feel like I could. That night, Sky texts him with shaking hands. Something happened today. The reply comes immediately. Are you okay? She types. Yeah, but my friend wasn't. What did you do? She explains everything. The bruise, the counselor, the help that came. When she's done, the phone stays quiet for a long time. Then it buzzes. I'm proud of you. Sky's eyes fill with tears. She types, I just did what you did. The response comes fast. No, you did what you needed someone to do for you. That's different. She reads it twice. Types, Is it? Yes. Because now you understand both sides. Sky thinks about that. About being the one who needed help. About being the one who gave it. She types, "It feels different helping someone else." How? She thinks carefully. Types, "Like I'm not scared anymore." The phone goes quiet. Then, "You were never the scared one. You were the brave one pretending to be scared." Sky's chest tightens. She wipes her eyes. Types, "I was really scared." "I know. But you asked anyway. That's what brave means." She sits with that for a long time. Finally types, "Anna said I saved her." The reply is instant. "You did. But you saved me first." A pause. Then, "And someone will save the next person." That's how it works. Sky reads it until it sinks in, until she understands. She types, "So, it keeps going?" "If we're lucky." She smiles through her tears. Types, "Thank you for starting it." The response comes immediately. "Thank you for continuing it." That night, Sky sleeps better than she has in weeks. She dreams about chains of people holding hands, each one helping the next, each one passing forward what they received. When she wakes up, there's a message waiting. "The world needs more people like you." She reads it and smiles. Types back, "The world needs more people like you." His reply is simple. "Then let's both keep trying." 3 years after that night, Sky turns 10. Her mama throws a party. Marcus invites half his class. The apartment fills with kids and noise and chaos. Sky stands in the middle of it all and feels something she hasn't felt in a long time. Complete. That night, after everyone leaves, she sits on her bed with the phone. She hasn't texted in 2 months, the longest gap yet. She types, "I had a good birthday." The reply comes an hour later. "I'm glad." She smiles. Types, "I didn't think you'd still answer." "I'll always answer you." Her throat tightens. She types, "Why?" A long pause. Then, "Because you were the message that mattered." Sky reads it 3 times. Her chest aches in a good way. She types, "There were other messages?" The phone goes quiet. She waits. Finally, "Yes." Just that. Nothing more. She types carefully. "But you only answered mine?" Another pause. "I answered the one I could help." Sky's stomach twists. She thinks about all the messages he didn't answer, all the people who needed help and didn't get it. She types, "That makes me sad." The reply is fast. "Me too." She sits with that, with the weight of it. Types, "Do you wish you could help everyone?" "Every day." Her eyes burn. She wipes them and types, "But you can't." "No, I can't." She thinks about Anna, about sitting with her, about making one choice that changed one life. She types, "Maybe we just help who we can." The response comes immediately. Exactly. They don't text again that night, but Sky feels different, like she understands something she didn't before. The next week her mama sits her down. "I have news." Sky's heart jumps. "What kind?" "Good kind." Her mama smiles. "I got a new job. Better pay, better hours." "That's great, Mama." "There's more." Her mama takes her hand. "We can move somewhere nicer, bigger." Sky's chest fills up. She nods, not trusting her voice. "You okay with that?" her mama asks. "Yeah, I'm really okay with that." They move a month later, to a house this time, not an apartment. A real house with a yard and stairs and windows that don't need tape. Marcus runs through every room yelling. Pepper barks and chases him. Their mama laughs until she cries. Sky stands in her new bedroom and takes it all in. She pulls out the phone and types, "We got a house." The reply comes fast. "That's wonderful." She types, "It's because of you." The phone goes quiet. Then, "It's because of your mama and you." She shakes her head. Types, "No. It's because you gave us a chance." A long pause. "You gave yourselves the chance. I just made a phone call." Sky smiles. Types, "A phone call that changed everything. A text that changed everything." They go back and forth. both refusing to take credit, both insisting the other deserves it. Finally, she types, "Can we just say we both did it?" The reply is instant. Deal. That night, her mama tucks her into her new bed in her new room. "This feels right," her mama whispers. Sky nods. "It does." Her mama kisses her forehead. "I'm so proud of who you're becoming." "Thanks, Mama." After her mama leaves, Sky texts one more time. "I think we're finally okay. Like really okay." The response comes immediately. "I knew you would be." She types, "How?" A pause. Then, "Because you never gave up." Sky's eyes fill. She types, "Neither did you." The phone buzzes. "We make a good team." She smiles through her tears. Types, "Yeah, we do." Another message appears. "Sleep well in your new house, Sky." She types back, "Thank you. For everything." The final message of the night comes through. "Thank you for trusting a stranger." Sky reads it and realizes something. He's not a stranger anymore. He hasn't been for a long time. She types, "You're not a stranger." The reply is simple. "No, I guess I'm not." She sets the phone down and closes her eyes, falls asleep in her new room, in her new house, in her new life. Everything is different now. Everything is better. And it all started with one message sent in the dark. 4 years after that night, Sky is 11. She doesn't text him anymore. Not because she doesn't care, but because she doesn't need to prove she's okay. She just is. The phone stays in her drawer, charged, waiting. One afternoon, her mama calls her into the kitchen. "Sit down, baby." Sky sits. Her stomach tightens. That tone means something big. Her mama slides an envelope across the table. "This came today." Sky stares at it. No return address, just her name written in clean handwriting. "Who's it from?" Her mama's eyes are wet. "Open it." Sky's hands shake as she tears it open. Inside is a single piece of paper. She reads it out loud. "Dear Sky, you don't know my name and you never will, but I wanted you to know something. 4 years ago, you sent a message that changed my life. I was sitting in an office feeling empty, wondering what the point of everything was. Then your text came through. You reminded me why I have what I have. Not to keep it, to use it. You were 6 years old and braver than most adults I know. I've watched from a distance as you've grown, as you've healed, as you've helped others the way someone helped you. That's the whole point, passing it forward. I'm writing this because I want you to understand something. You didn't text the wrong number. There are no wrong numbers when someone needs help. Only people who answer and people who don't. I answered because I could, because I had to, because your message found me at the exact moment I needed to remember what matters. Thank you for that reminder. Thank you for being brave. Thank you for surviving. Keep helping people, Sky. The world needs it. You don't need to thank me anymore. You already did. Every time you help someone else. That's the only thanks I need." The letter isn't signed. Sky's hands shake. Tears stream down her face. Her mama reaches across and holds her hand. "You okay?" Sky nods. Can't speak yet. She reads the letter again, and again, and again. Finally, she looks up. "He's been watching us?" Her mama nods. "In a good way. Making sure we're safe." "How do you know?" Her mama's smile is sad. "Because I got a letter too. 3 years ago. It said if I ever needed anything, help would come. It gave me a number to call. I never had to use it. But knowing it was there," her voice breaks, "it made all the difference." Sky stares at her mama. "You never told me." "I didn't know how. Didn't know if I should." Sky looks back at the letter, at the words that explain everything and nothing. "Do you think we'll ever meet him?" Her mama shakes her head. "I don't think that's the point." "Then what is?" Her mama squeezes her hand. "That he was there when we needed him. That's all that matters." That night, Sky pulls out the phone, stares at it for a long time. She types, "I got your letter." She waits. 1 hour? 2 hours? 3. Nothing. She types again, Thank you. For everything. For answering. For watching out for us. For reminding me what brave means. Still nothing. She types one more message. I promise I'll keep passing it forward. She sends it and sets the phone down. At 11:42 p.m., exactly 4 years after the first message, the phone buzzes. Her heart jumps. She grabs it fast. I know you will. 3 words. That's all. She types back. Is this goodbye? The reply takes 5 minutes. No, just see you later. Her throat tightens. She types. When? Another pause. When you need me, or when you don't. She smiles through tears. Types. Okay. One more message comes through. I'm proud of you, Sky. She reads it 10 times. Types. I'm proud of you too. The phone goes dark after that. She waits another hour, but nothing comes. She sets it back in the drawer and climbs into bed. Falls asleep, knowing some stories don't end. They just pause. 5 years after that night, Sky is 12. Middle school is harder than she expected. More people, more noise, more everything. But she handles it. Because she's handled worse. One day in English class, her teacher assigns partners for a project. Sky gets paired with a boy named Jordan. He barely talks, sits in the back, keeps his head down. They meet after school in the library. Jordan doesn't look at her, just stares at his notebook. So what should we do? Sky asks. He shrugs. They sit in silence for 5 minutes. Then 10. Finally, Sky speaks. You don't have to talk if you don't want to. We can just work. Jordan looks up for the first time. His eyes are tired. Thanks. They work quietly. Every few minutes, Sky notices Jordan checking his phone. His face gets tighter each time. After 30 minutes, his phone buzzes. He reads it and stands up fast. I have to go. He's gone before Sky can respond. The next day, he's not at school, or the day after that. Sky asks around. Nobody knows where he is. Nobody seems to care. On the 3rd day, she sees him in the hallway. He has a bruise near his eye. Fresh. Her stomach drops. After school, she finds him at his locker. Jordan. He doesn't turn around. I'm fine. I didn't ask if you were fine. He stops, turns slowly. What do you want? Sky takes a breath. I want to help. You can't. Maybe not, but I can try. Jordan's face does something complicated. His jaw tightens. Why do you care? Sky thinks about that night, about being 6, about texting a stranger, because someone cared about me once, when I really needed it. Jordan stares at her. Something shifts in his expression. What happened? Sky doesn't answer directly. I know what it looks like when someone needs help but doesn't know how to ask. Jordan's eyes fill. He looks away fast. I don't know what to do. You don't have to know. You just have to let someone help. His voice cracks. Who's gonna help me? Sky pulls out her phone, opens the Notes app, writes down 3 numbers. School counselor, crisis hotline, child services. She hands it to him. Start with one of these. Jordan takes the paper. His hands shake. What if it makes things worse? What if it makes things better? He stares at the numbers. Tears slide down his face. I'm scared. I know. I was too. What did you do? Sky's throat tightens. I asked for help, even though I was terrified. Did it work? I'm still here. So yeah, it worked. Jordan nods slowly, folds the paper and puts it in his pocket. Thank you. You don't have to thank me. Just promise you'll use one of those numbers. He looks at her for a long moment. Okay, I promise. That night, Sky texts him for the first time in 6 months. I helped someone today. The reply comes an hour later. Tell me. She explains everything. Jordan. The bruise. The numbers she gave him. When she's done, the phone stays quiet for 3 minutes. Then it buzzes. You did good. Her chest fills up. She types, I learned from you. The response is immediate. You learned from yourself. She smiles. Types, Why do you always say that? A pause, then, because it's true. I just answered a message. You did everything else. She sits with that, knows he's partly right. But so is she. She types, we both did something. Can we agree on that? Always. Another message comes through. How did it feel? Helping him? Sky thinks about it, about Jordan's face, about the paper in his pocket. She types, like I was supposed to. The reply is instant. That's how you know you're doing it right. 3 days later, Jordan finds her at lunch. I called one of the numbers. Sky's heart jumps. And? Someone's helping. My mom and me, we're getting out. Sky's eyes fill. She nods. Good. Jordan's voice shakes. Thank you. For not giving up on me. I wasn't going to. How did you know what to do? Sky thinks about a stranger who answered at 11:42 p.m., who showed up, who changed everything. Someone taught me. 6 years after that night, Sky turns 13. She stops carrying the phone completely now. It stays home, in the drawer, a reminder of who she was and who she became. Life is good, really good. Her mama is manager at her job. Marcus is in 3rd grade and talks about becoming a scientist. Pepper is old now, but still wags her tail every morning. They're happy. One night at dinner, Marcus asks a question. Sky, why do you always help the weird kids at school? Marcus, their mama warns, but Sky just smiles. They're not weird, they're just lonely. But why do you care? Sky thinks about how to explain it, about that night, about everything that came after. Because someone cared about me once, when I really needed it. Marcus tilts his head. Who? Sky looks at her mama. Her mama nods slightly. I'll tell you when you're older. That's what grown-ups always say. Because it's true. After dinner, Sky goes to her room, pulls out the phone, stares at it. She hasn't texted in almost a year. She types, "Are you still there?" She doesn't expect an answer. Not anymore. But 20 minutes later, it buzzes. Always. Her chest tightens. She types, "I wasn't sure you'd answer." The reply is fast. "I'll always answer you. I thought you knew that by now." She smiles. Types, "I helped another kid today." "I know." She stares at that. Types, "How do you know?" A pause. Then, "Because that's who you are now." Her throat gets tight. She types, "Because of you." The response comes immediately. "No, because of you. I just made one phone call 6 years ago. You've been making calls ever since." She wipes her eyes. Types, "It still started with you." A longer pause this time. "Maybe we both played a part. Maybe that's how it works." She nods, even though he can't see. Types, "Yeah, maybe." Another message appears. "How's your family?" She smiles. Types, "Good, really good. Marcus wants to be a scientist. Smart kid. He is. Takes after mama." The reply is instant. Takes after his sister too. Her chest fills. She types, "Thank you." For what? For still being here, even when I don't text. A pause. Then, "I never left." She reads it 3 times. Types, "Why?" The phone goes quiet. She waits. Finally it buzzes. Because some connections don't break, even when they bend. She sits with that. Understands it in a way she couldn't have at 6. She types, "Do you still think about that night?" Every single day. Me too. Another message comes through. Does it still hurt? Sky thinks about it honestly. About the fear. About the door. About waiting in the dark. She types, "Sometimes. But not like before. Now it just reminds me I'm strong." The reply is immediate. "You always were. I didn't feel like it." Nobody does. That's the secret. She smiles. Types, "What's the secret?" A pause. Then, "Strength isn't feeling brave. It's acting brave even when you're terrified." Sky reads it until it sinks all the way in. She types, "I wish I could hug you." The phone stays dark for 30 seconds. Then, you already do. Every time you help someone else. Her eyes fill. She wipes them and types, "That's a good answer." It's the truth. They text for another hour, about life, about change, about how 6 years can feel like forever and yesterday at the same time. Finally, she types, "I should go. It's late." The reply comes fast. "Sweet dreams, Sky." She smiles, types, "You too." Then adds, "I love you." She sends it before she can overthink it. The phone goes dark. She waits, heart pounding. 1 minute, 2 minutes. Then it buzzes. "I love you too, kiddo." Sky reads it until the screen goes dark, until her eyes hurt from staring. She sets the phone in the drawer and closes it gently. Some people come into your life for a season. Some for a reason. Some stay forever, even when they're not physically there. He's the third kind. She climbs into bed and closes her eyes, falls asleep knowing she's loved, protected, watched over, by a stranger who became family without ever showing his face. 10 years after that night, Sky is 16. She's in high school now. Honor roll, volunteer at the Youth Crisis Center, plans to study social work in college. The phone is still in her drawer. She hasn't texted in 2 years, but she thinks about him every single day. One afternoon, she gets called to the counselor's office. Her stomach drops. She hasn't done anything wrong. The counselor smiles when she walks in. "Sit down, Sky. You're not in trouble." Sky sits. Then what? The counselor slides an envelope across the desk, thick, official looking. "This came for you today. Special delivery." Sky's hands shake as she opens it. Inside is a letter and a check. The check makes her gasp, more zeros than she's ever seen. What is this? Read the letter. Sky unfolds it with trembling hands. "Dear Sky, 10 years ago you sent a message that saved your life. But you also saved mine. I've been watching you grow into exactly who I hoped you'd become. Someone who helps, someone who cares, someone who shows up. You want to study social work. This is for that. For college, for your future, for every person you're going to help. You don't owe me anything. You never did. But if you want to thank me, do this. Keep answering when people call. Keep showing up when they need you. Keep being brave when it's hard. That's all I ask. The world broke something in you when you were 6. But instead of staying broken, you learned how to fix yourself. And then you learned how to fix others. That's rare. That's special. That's why I'm writing this. Not because you need me to, but because you deserve to know that someone sees you. Someone believes in you. Someone is proud of you. You texted a stranger 10 years ago. That stranger became something more. Family doesn't require blood. It requires showing up. We showed up for each other. Thank you for that. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for becoming who you are. This is my last letter, not because I don't care, but because you don't need me anymore. You're ready. Go help people, Sky. Go change lives. Go be the person who answers. I'll be watching, always. It's not signed. Sky reads it 3 times. Tears stream down her face. The counselor hands her tissues. "You okay?" Sky nods. Can't speak yet. She folds the letter carefully, holds it against her chest. That night she pulls out the phone for the last time. She types, "I got your letter." She waits. 1 hour, 2 hours, 3, nothing. She types again. "Thank you. For everything. For answering that night. For believing in me. For watching over us. For teaching me what it means to show up." Still nothing. She types one final message. "I promise it'll make you proud." She sends it and sets the phone down. At exactly 11:42 p.m. it buzzes. Her heart stops. She grabs it. "You already have." 3 words. She reads them until they blur. Types back. "Is this really goodbye?" The reply takes 5 minutes. "No, just until we meet again." Her breath catches. She types fast. "Will we?" Another pause. "One day. When the time is right." She wipes her eyes. Types. "Promise?" The phone stays dark for 30 seconds. Then, "Promise." One more message comes through. "I love you, Sky. Keep changing the world." She types back through tears. I love you too. Thank you for saving my life. If you made it this far without crying, you're stronger than me. Comment if this story changed something in you. And subscribe, not just for more stories like this, but because you're the kind of person who cares, who pays attention, who would answer the call. That matters. The final message appears. You saved mine first. The phone goes dark after that. She waits all night, but nothing else comes. The next morning, she puts the phone away for good. 10 years ago, a 6-year-old girl sent a message in the dark. A stranger answered. 2 lives changed. Now that girl is 16, strong, whole, ready to be the person who answers, ready to show up, ready to save someone else, because that's what he taught her. That's what she'll teach others. The phone stays silent in the drawer, but the message lives on. In every person she helps. In every life she touches. In every moment she chooses to answer instead of ignore. Some stories don't end. They multiply. They spread. They become bigger than the people who started them. This is one of those stories. And it's only just beginning.